But anyway, that redoing camp trailers, especially, you know, well, I started doing it. Oh, I started redoing the camp trailers in the first house that we'd bought, so that was probably takes all the years run together. I don't know, 17, 18 years ago at least. You know, we're still doing flea markets, of course. Sorry, man, I had to adjust you. But that was a good racket, man. I made a lot of money on camp trailers and stuff. And then that, you know, then they started getting just insane, you know. Man, the prices of them started coming up. And, you know, man, the trailers that I was picking up for, you know, $100 or $200, man, now they're wanting $1,000, $1,500 and all that, you know, just wasted. I don't even know what the market for old camp trailers and stuff is now. Probably high. But that's something I'd like to get back, you know, back into, man. I loved it redoing the camp trailers, you know, and I'd change things. But anyway, what I was getting at was this. So this is a 1949, and I bought this 100% for the living off grid, because at the time is when, you know, we're sitting on the back porch of this place, this guy, I wouldn't get, man, anyway, I was going to buy this piece of crap mobile home on this, but it had a chunk of land. It was on the outskirts, between Marsing, Idaho and Nampa. And I want, you know, the land, it was like an acre. Whoa. It's like an acre of land. And dude, that guy, man, it was an owner carry thing. Or I was supposed to rent it for 2 years, and then it was an owner carry. And we rented it for 2 years, and that dude, he scammed me, man. There was never no plan on the owner carry bullshit, you know, and he admitted to it 2 years later. But anyway, so about that time is when I was sitting on the back porch, and, you know, being the hillbilly I am, I was always trying to get, you know, I mean, we lived in the country, but, you know, I wanted to live in the pine trees. That's just where I belong. That's where I grew up. And, you know, I told Miss Kitty, man, we're sitting on the back porch. And I was like, man, we got to, you know, I can't remember how old we were then, 40. Let's see, yeah, so we were probably 42 or something. I said, babe, we need to find us some property now and move. I don't care what it takes, man. Totally off grid, because that's, you know, the off grid thing was really starting to take hold in the homestead. You know, it wasn't all the big fad name BS that it is now. Then, you know, 15, 20 years ago, and I was all, man, we need to. That's when I started this channel, but we need to find us some property, man. So we started hunting property. You know, I think for 9 months till we finally found the creek bottom, and I didn't want this at first. You know, I wanted to be up in the pine trees, man, and Miss Kitty, being, you know, the brainy smurf that she is, you know, she was all, man, you need to be down here where you can get internet. And, you know, we used to have to pay for internet by the gig. You know, it used to cost us $200 a month to be able to do eBay. And then at that time, I was only able to load about 1 or 2 videos a week, because I would use my extra gigs. We had it all wind down. Well, here we go on another story. I'm just telling you how we got here. How did we get here? So, anyway, but I got this vagabond, and that was the plan from the get-go, was that I was going to restore it, and the plan is to move into the vagabond, and, you know, that was going to be, you know, home and all that. We'd build little outbuildings, and talked about building basically what I built over it. And, you know, we got it on, you know, got on here. That was a fiasco in itself, man. I ended up pretty much wasting my Ford F-250, because that's a heavy mother, man. I had it on a trailer with it. Anyway, it was a nightmare getting it up here. And I'd already restored it all and had the kitchen and everything set up in it. And in the meantime of why we were in the process of getting this place, the 1969 motorhome some friends gave us. And I was like, well, dude, I'm going to turn that into a, a cook shack. So the kitchenette that I'd built in here, man, I tore it out, so that we'd have more room for dressers and stuff like that. So this was like the living quarters other than the kitchen. So, man, we did that for a while. I don't know how long. And then we had the 69 motorhome, and it was right outside this door. And that's where the first lean-to that I'd ever built on here. And that's when I started building this. And, man, I've told that story a few times, You can look back on the videos. Actually, you can look back on the videos and see it. That's what's cool. That's why I started these videos in the first place, was just kind of to show all my stuff. And so we were doing that, 2 different places. Well, now we got 3 different places, but at the time, it was the motorhome and the vagabond. The motorhome was the sleeping quarters and the living room, and the 69 motorhome was the kitchen. So we did that for a while. Anyway, somebody had said, weren't you living in the hut, man? Didn't you have a wood stove and you were living in that? At the time, man, that guy, man, whoever you are, that was good. I'm sorry, man, I didn't write down your name or whatever, because I was just like, that brought back a lot of memories. But at the time, there was a wood stove right here in the center. Man, we had the tin that I had up, man, you could see constellations through it, man. It was all stuff that I just picked up out in a field, just to try to get some snow, or, to reflect the snow. Man, it dripped like a crazy. But we had the wood stove right here, and right over here, is where we would do morning coffee videos. And we did that for, I don't know, man, maybe 4 or 5 years or something like that. And we lived in the motorhome and stuff. We don't live in the motorhome, in the vagabond. We lived in the vagabond at that time, or slept in the vagabond. Slept in it and had our living room. We still got a living room, we still got 2 recliners and a, TV and stuff. And that's where we'll, watch movies quite a bit. We also have a TV. This is all no TV. We don't really have TV. We have TV screens that we can stream to or watch DVDs on. So, now then Miss Kitty has a recliner out in the cook shack, and then I have my old grandpa's chair out there. So we spend quite a bit of time out in the cook shack. But yeah, so now this is still a living room, but the process that I'm going to plan on doing to this is I want to turn the vagabond into my library, man. I want to have lounge, poof pillows or bean bags and books, man. Just books all along the wall. That's the, my books. That's the plan with the vagabond. It's pretty packed full of crap right now, So that's the story. So that guy was right, man, when he was saying, didn't you used to live in that vagabond there? Yes, we did. But, and then I went to calling this because as you can see, all this crap, man, this is the trading post, man. This is where all the, wheeling and dealing. I got to check this fire. All right, now that's 4 times that fires went out. That's when I sat down here and thought, well, I'll just sit down here and visit with you for a minute. Coffee chat. And, that way I can watch that fire, because it went out 3 times before now. 3 or 4 or 5, I don't know how many times it went out. But I got it. Hey, watch that.
Yeah, I was just coming to let you know I was home.
Did you leave and come back?
Yes.
You don't want to talk about it on camera?
No.
Really?